What up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me here on this video. This is TLP Sports Club, the YouTube channel. The show you're watching is TLP Live, guys. I am your host, Harry B, and the B means billion. I am glad to be here with you. I'm going to give you an injury report, as you see on the title and the thumbnails. Guys, the Cleveland Browns quarterbacks are dropping like flies. We're going to talk about that and more, but you know what we got to do first, all right? Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. That's right. Let's go ahead and get right to work. All right, this is a live, so if you are watching this and you're having a live experience, thank you for joining the chat. Join the conversation. You can also join the conversation by coming on here and we talking about it. You can be on the panel. All you got to do is just email me. Join tlplive@gmail.com. Join tlplive@gmail.com. My Cash App is right there for those of y'all who have been generous to the kid. I appreciate you. That's $ TLP Sports Club. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I do appreciate y'all for joining the chat. And if you are watching post live, join the conversation in the comments. Let your voice be heard. Definitely make sure you write that email down so the next time you can call into the show. And guys, if you're watching, please make sure to smash that like button, guys. It lets the algorithm know that we are live, and it'll start letting other people know, and it'll start sending that video link to other people. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, guys. It's injuries everywhere. I guess it happens, right? It's hot, things are going on, and people are getting injured. So I know KMS said we're praying on players' downfall for Shedeur to get a chance. Shaking my head. Ain't nobody here praying, okay? Nobody's saying, God, please let them get hurt. It's almost like if you say anything, right, then that's what you're doing. You're praying for somebody to get hurt. No, they're getting hurt. Shedeur got hurt. So that means that we're praying that Shedeur himself get hurt. That sounds a little crazy to me, but hey, man, it's all part of the game. It's all part of the sport. It is what we all do here. So again, I forgot to remove the intro before I share my screen on the other thing. It's going to happen. It is what it is, but let's go ahead and get this information out the way, guys, right away. Dillon Gabriel will be limited, or he was limited on Monday by a hamstring injury. All right, let's go. Let's get it in. Another day, another injury for a quarterback competing for the starting job in Cleveland. It's third-round pick Dillon Gabriel this time. Head coach Kevin Stefanski told reporters that Gabriel would be limited on Monday. He was limited on Monday's practice because he dealt with tightness in his hamstring. Kenny Pickett will also be limited due to a hamstring injury on Monday, while Shedeur Sanders is set to work in full after being slowed by a sore arm over the weekend. Joe Flacco is the fourth player vying for the Browns starting job, and he's the only one who hasn't dealt with an injury. The old guy, the 40-year-old. All right, somebody better knock on wood for old Joe. Okay, we're gonna get a nickname going. He hasn't dealt with an injury at any point this summer. That may not be enough to win him the job, but his availability isn't going to hurt his chances. All right, is there anything else? Is there any more? All right, get all this extra stuff. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get that off the screen. So, yeah, at the end of the day, this is what's happening. The players are getting injured, right? It's either going to be cramps, soreness. Hamstring is probably one of those ones that you really don't wish on anyone, because the hamstring injury can have them out for a pretty long time. And then once you come back, you're not going to be 100%. You always got to be mindful that you can re-injure that hamstring, and now it's going to be in your head, and your performance is going to be It's going to be affected by that. Now, speaking of performance, it's not looking good. We're telling y'all what it is, and I do want to get into this conversation all over again because I had to go. The first live that we had was a really good live. I had to come back here tonight because I feel like, there's just some things that we gotta flush out because it's not fair on how we're being characterized, the Shedeur fan base. It's not fair how people are characterizing the Shedeur fan base, knowing that if this thing was Shedeur, it was turned around, you guys, like, a lot of people will be out here, saying we told you so. So we gotta talk about this, but always I gotta stop everything and let you know that Dallas is in the building. You feel me? My guy Todd Smith is in the chat. What up? Bandwagon Browns is in the chat. What up with you, Bandwagon Brown? My guy Wild Dog. Wild Dog Media is in the chat. What up, Wild Dog? Hope all is well. Blessings. All right, KMS was the first one in there, so salute to you, KMS. I did react to you saying that we're praying for players to get hurt. Ain't nobody praying for nothing, okay? If we were praying for players to get hurt, then either our prayers are not working as good because Shedeur did have that soreness and he had to miss one day of practice, and then come back on Monday. So that was the last, according to the information that was given. I could be wrong. If y'all got more information, y'all let me know. But this is August the 4th. So keep in mind now that on Friday, we're going to be having the Carolina Panthers. We're going to be playing them for the first preseason game. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I believe it's Eastern, right? So this Monday practice that they just had, or if they're still having it, I'm not sure, right? So, but yeah, that should have been the last camp practice that we have. All right. Dallas is back in the building. All right, OG Buff fans like Matt McChesney calls us prime sexuals, and Cleveland fans call us call us a new name every day. So here's the thing, right? We're gonna have to flush this out, and I ain't shy. I'm not gonna shy away from anything because I'm pretty consistent on here, this channel. I'm pretty consistent. I see a lot of things going on that we must discuss, because when we first got here and everything started off, the writers were writing. Mary Kay Cabot was writing her stuff on how Dillon Gabriel was elite and how, Shedeur, he only had one. I know that was a faux pas. I know that she messed up on that. She probably didn't have her information together, but I still got to use it as an example, right? Dillon Gabriel can process so much, and they were starting to paint this weird picture that Shedeur, something was wrong with Shedeur and his thinking. And then I remember some people were saying, see, that's the same reason. That's what happened. It's indicative of why he dropped so much in the draft, using all of that weirdness that happened in the draft to try to paint this picture from everything that was now being reported that he was somewhat slow or something like that, right? All of this stuff is happening, and we're in real time combating this stuff. I got to calm down before I lose my voice, all right? Because I'm about to go ham, and I don't care. Hamstring. I'm about to go hamstring. Since we're talking about hamstrings around here, I'm about to go ham because somebody got to let the daggone gauntlet down. And come on now. Y'all cannot have it both ways. Y'all can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. But enough is enough. I've had enough. If you do to become for, I'm coming for you. All right? And I'm African, so don't come for me unless my mom sent you. That's just how it goes. But here it goes. Listen, we first got here. I'm going to let this stuff out. I told y'all, ass talks with receipts, okay? Ass talks with receipts. We first got here. We had already gone through the whole draft slide dance, okay? Everybody was dancing the draft slide dance. Everybody had their opinions. He's not that good. What do you think happened? 31 teams didn't want him, this and that, and everything. All the narratives were spinning. We're sitting back and we're trying to defend. We're trying to deflect all of y'all because we know what we got in Shedeur. We've been the most consistent. It ain't our fault that something's wrong with y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with us. Something is wrong with y'all. Because y'all saw this young man play in college. And what did y'all do? The second that he slid in the draft, y'all had Alzheimer's, dementia. All of a sudden, you forgot everything that he could do. On this here channel, we talked about this the whole time he was in college. From Jackson State, when he got to Colorado, we had a plethora of discussions talking about this thing. We even had pre-draft. In 2023 and 2024, we had pre-draft conversations. My guy Phil So Real kept saying, hey man, they're gonna bring some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna nitpick, they're gonna find it, they're gonna comb the situations, and they're gonna find different things about Shedeur. We all got it, we all understood. We said, all right, cool, we get it. But Shedeur Sanders was playing he's the one that took the path of the most resistance. I don't understand what y'all don't get. It ain't our fault. We've been the most consistent. Y'all acting like y'all been the most consistent, and then something's wrong with us. Ain't nothing wrong with us. I gotta be careful because I'm real amped up right now. Because I don't understand where people are coming from. I don't understand. Now, you have nothing to stand on now. He's supposed to be terrible. He's supposed to prove to all of the 31 NFL teams that did not draft him, including the ones that drafted him, he is supposed to prove that he was worth a 5th-round draft pick with his practice play. But remember, he was the most accurate in college. He was the most complete. He had the most accurate completions in college football. Where is it now? I'll show you. Y'all gotta stop, man. Like, come on, man. Enough is enough, man. I've had it up to here with y'all. Enough is enough, bro. I'm done with this nonsense. Y'all can't have it both ways. Mary Kay and all of y'all peoples were talking all that smack about how Shedeur was not, he was either inept, something was wrong with his brain, and this for somehow was indicative of how the draft went. And y'all was sitting there eating that stuff up and having discussions, and we're sitting there like, yeah, I understand, but and then we're having to deflect and we're doing this thing. Bruh, look at this chart. Look at the bottom of this chart. And if you're listening, I'm sorry, I'll tell you. But take it in for 1 second. This chart is indicative of what he did in college. We've been consistent the entire time, just telling you what it was. We're not the ones that had dementia. We are not the ones that forgot what Shedeur could do in college. You're the one that did that. Because for some odd reason, you cannot bring yourself to believe that 31 teams, 32 teams can collude, get together, and have a powwow. Let me put my mic down. They could not have a powwow. To you, it had to be indicative of what we were not privy to, the data. We had the real data. We still got the real data. Y'all try to move the goalposts every single time. We know what Shedeur can do. We're not the ones that's delusional. It's y'all. Y'all the ones that's delusional. We just been telling you what he could do. You want to call it glazing, do whatever you want to do. But if you say the same thing about Cam Ward, then this Cam Ward is good. The 2 quarterbacks in the 2025 NFL draft were Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders. It ain't our fault that you forgot that. That was 2023. We was talking about that. What happened in 2025? 2 years later, what happened? It was Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward. At first, it was Shedeur Sanders. I don't know what you forgot. He took the path that he took, and he proved every single doubter wrong. I don't know what you're doing, man. Look at that. 49 of 70 completion. 70% completion rate. 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Your guy that you keep trying to defend, Dillon Gabriel, that he's competing directly for a spot with because they're the only 2 rookies. 62 out of 113 snaps. Tell me what 113 snaps represent to you. Somebody trying to baby. They're spoon feeding him. They're spoon feeding him. Somebody wants him to win that job very badly, or whatever your teachers. I'm sorry. But they're trying to spoon feed him. They're trying to give him the job. It's like, yo, it's almost like it's your dad's company. And he hired you. He wants you to run it. But we all know better. Y'all remember The Gladiator? Y'all remember The Gladiator? Your dad's the king. But he loves somebody else. He loves another man. Because he knows you sucks. He wants to give you the job. He's doing everything he can do to give you the job. The job is yours. You were drafted number 3. We're giving you 113 reps, bro. It's yours. We put you on 7 and 7s. We put you on 1v1s. We have no protection. We have no rushing. Your only job is to get the ball there. That's it. What are we talking about here? Stop playing with me, son. You're not going to play with me. They said it was a quarterback competition. They told us it was going to be a quarterback competition. I'm losing my voice now. How do you have a competition where somebody's getting 113 reps and getting the first team reps and the other guy's not? And he's smoking you. It's not a competition. Now stop playing with me, son. All of the writers are on your side, bro. They're all on your side. He can process. Oh, he's so much elite. He's much more elite. He only had one coordinator. Shador had like a billion. Or no, no. It was the flip side. He had multiple coordinators and he can process. He can learn from multiple coordinators. He can pick stuff up so quickly. Shador only had Pat Shurmur. That was Mary Kay Cabot. And I had to pull her card right away like a soccer game. Give her the red card. Smack! It's a Mary Kay. The boy had like 6 different coordinators. Stop playing with me, son. So we knew the narrative started way back when when they just got to Cleveland. Why Shador was I'm telling you right now, y'all don't want this. I'm ready for y'all. While Shador was at the high schools, while he was in Cleveland trying to meet the crowds, trying to meet the people, the Mary Kays and all of the people started they started typing. Shador's slow. He can't process. The first one, using the old typewriter, put it out, press send. Wait a minute. Shador's slow. He only had one coordinator. Dillon Gabriel's been on several teams, and he can process a lot of things. He can learn way faster. So now we're saying, okay, Dillon Gabriel, he got a little bit of melanin in him, right? He's not all the way white, right? But he has the protection for, he has the color for the whatever y'all call it, right? The complexion for the protection or something like that, whatever y'all say. So he ain't riding with us. He riding for the other team. So now you're doing that thing. They started doing that thing that they do for black quarterbacks where they try to paint a picture that you're inept, that you don't know how to process. We said, where? What you talking about? We said, where? What do you mean? What do you mean he can't process? What are you trying to say? You trying to say he's dumb? Because we know football. We know, and we know the media. And I know the media. I know what y'all been doing. I know what y'all did 10 summers ago with different black quarterbacks. Now, we are in an era for the black quarterback. And they try to do that same dumb stuff that they do to black quarterbacks. At least the ones that are a little darker, because I think Dylan, he ain't all the way white, but you know which side he rocking for. Y'all try to do that dumb stuff that y'all always do. Paint the picture of he's too slow to process. So now people eating it up. People coming on the panel. People are out there in the comments. We told y'all he's a 5th rounder. I'm like, y'all missing it. That's not, because somebody said it doesn't mean that that's true. And I've been deflecting. The same way that I was deflecting when we was at Colorado. We've been deflecting. The whole time we deflected. Nah, that ain't true. Nah. That ain't true. We still deflecting. Y'all keep moving the daggone goalposts. Stop playing with me, son. Now all of a sudden, your Speedy Gonzalez processor, the one whose brain is so much bigger than the black kid, or at least the all the way black kid, the dark-skinned kid, now he's stinking up the place. And now we can't say nothing. What? What? Are you kidding me right now? Y'all don't get to have it both ways. Nah, because what did I say? I said, okay, hold up. I know that Shedeur holds the ball a little bit too long, but we said we acknowledge the fact that our rookies got something to work on. But for some reason, a lot of y'all out there in the comments, on the panels, wherever else, right? A lot of y'all out there, you know what you say? You were saying, using everything that had to do with the draft to say that everything negative that they said about him was valid. And we kept deflecting. We like, nah. My guy Eric Jackson said he's filing a lawsuit because that BS that they did, that ain't gonna fly. Not over here, not never. Eric Jackson, what up, my guy? He said, nah, we're gonna file a lawsuit. That was collusion. We deflected. The entire time we keep deflecting. We telling y'all, nah, treat the draft situation like it was collusion. They trying to play his dad. They don't have the information. So now everything that comes out of that draft talk, y'all are going to try to paint this young man who we already know that had offers from these top schools like Alabama, FSU, and all these other places. Was it FSU? I think so. He had mad offers. He decided to take the route. And you know it's a true leader because what college player you know is not going to look out for their own career? How many college players that get offers from top schools? How many of y'all know? How many do y'all see choosing the FCS route? You can only do that if you have confidence in your game. I'm ready today. I got time today. Let's go. You can only choose the path of the FCS if you got confidence in your game. You go to the FCS, you light it up. Let's go. 2 seasons undefeated. Let's go. You say, all right, cool. Let's go to the FBS. That's the football bowl subdivision. That's the higher level. That's where everybody lives at. That eventually gets to the pros, right? With the exception of a few cats that come from the HBCU FCS ranks, right? North Dakota, you know, and some other folks. Before they start this, they take one snap What? I got receipts, man. Before the take one snap in the FBS, that was Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders. Before they took one snap, y'all know what they were saying about them? They would not translate. They ain't good enough. They're not fast enough. They're not strong enough. They ain't big enough. They just can't do it. Nobody translates from the HBCU, from FCS to this is the big boys league. I got the videos to prove it. I was deflecting again. Making money off of deflection videos. Nah, y'all got it wrong. Them boys can play. Them Louis boys can play. I flew to Fort Worth, Texas for the TCU game. I almost died out there in the heat. It was so hot. I have flashbacks of being back in Africa. I was like, Mommy, this is not Africa. This is different. I almost died out there. It was so hot. You know what the students were saying? They were using the same talking points that all the writers and everybody was using. Oh, they're going to beat. TCU had just gotten demolished by Georgia. Colorado's coming in. Some FCS boys. Everybody. TCU's going to whoop that butt. It was just a chatter. Why am I telling y'all this? Because it's the same narrative that we keep going with. They can't play. He can't translate. First of all, if the draft had gone the way that the draft was supposed to go, that everybody knows it's supposed to go, we're not having this conversation. But because y'all had dementia and y'all have Alzheimer's, your memory is lost because you're buying into the BS that happened with the draft slide dance. You're likening that to Shedeur can't play. Why are we even here? Why are we even having this discussion? It's because your dementia medication ran out. And you haven't taken it in like 3 months. I don't get it, man. We've been deflecting since Jackson State, Colorado. We've been deflecting. We still deflecting. What is wrong with y'all, man? How are we the crazy ones and y'all are the sane ones when you don't know talent? It ain't our fault you hate Deion Sanders and his family. That is not our fault. That's your fault. You're the one that don't see it. It's not us. It's you. Everybody else is seeing it but you. Everybody is seeing it but you. Well, maybe this is the map. That's all, folks. We're just calling it like it is. Regardless of our admiration for him as a quarterback and as a young man and how his dad is raising him and how he's coming up, he's growing up right in front of our face, all the way from Trinity. Young man, from his decision to choose a college when he was in that elevator with his folks, when he was wearing that suit. Y'all remember? It's not our fault because that you hate Deion Sanders, or some of y'all that don't hate Deion Sanders. I understand what's going on. I said it earlier in the earlier live. The only reason why you do what you do is because of us. You just can't stand when a whole grown folks and a group of people just think that somebody is so good that you eat up everything, every footage, every clip. You praise them on every single thing. You just can't bring yourself to rot like that. It's not in your bloodstream. It's not in your character. It ain't a part of you. So you can't find yourself to bring yourself to just say what it is. That's not our fault, though. That's not our fault at all. That you can't blame us for that. Shedeur is who Shedeur is, regardless of what you think. He is that accurate. Regardless if you think it's just footage from the practice. It's only going to translate to the games. Because when it translates to the games, you're going to say it's just preseason. The guys are not playing that hard. We're going to keep going down this rabbit hole with you. The goalpost continues to move. It ain't our fault that you don't want to get it or that you hate us for loving him. That's not our fault. But at least we're just telling you what it is. You're the one that's hard for you to see it. It ain't our fault that you want to be blind to the fact that a whole lot of people love somebody and you want to be the outsider because it's never been in your bloodstream for you to like somebody that a whole lot of people like. I can name names. Michael Jordan. There was a lot of y'all. Now you're old as I don't know what, like me, right? You got gray hair all day. And y'all still doing the same dang thing y'all did to Michael Jordan when he was young. Because all of those people loved him, you had to be the odd one out. Oh, no, I can't do it. LeBron James, because all those people love him, you got to be the odd one out. Oh, no, I can't do it. No, he ain't all that great. He ain't Michael Jordan. Same thing with Kobe Bryant. God bless his soul. Oh, no, I can't do it. No, he's not Michael Jordan. You hated Michael Jordan, but now everybody else is being measured to Michael Jordan. Oh, he ain't Michael Jordan. But you didn't like Michael Jordan. You keep going down this rabbit hole. Join the people that understand what's happening. Shedeur Sanders is like that. Dillon Gabriel is not. Okay? Dillon Gabriel is not. It's just that plain and clear. It's simple. You don't want to see it. That has nothing to do with us. Everything to do with you. Nothing about us. You. Somebody, YouTuber user says Muhammad Ali syndrome. All those people got. I put out the call to have people come on and I've been ignoring. Wow, dog, let's go. Enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough. We're wasting too much time. We're wasting too much time because if the draft went away that it went, let's just say Shedeur Sanders is chosen by the Cleveland Browns and the draft goes regular. He's QB number 1. We're bringing him in. We chose him in the first round, right? I don't know where they got the money from to do it, but they did it, right? So they bring him in, and he's taking first-team reps. Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett are going to be 2 and 3. That's how we're doing this. And nobody's questioning anything. We're just going through the progress. That's what it is. That's what this should be. Okay, let's take Cleveland out of the picture, and let's go to the Saints, right? He goes to the Saints, and he's practicing. Just like Cam Ward, you ain't heard nothing. Cam Ward is, he's giving beautiful interviews. He's saying all the right things. I stay up until 3. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. My daddy said, I watch my daddy all these years, wake up at 4:30 in the morning doing a job that he hates. What about me doing a job that I love? I got to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and I go to bed at 5. I go to bed and people have to drag me out of the gym. He's saying all the right things. Shedeur saying all the right things. Those two should have been in lockstep on their respective teams, just doing what they do. That was number 1 and number 2. That was it. We were not supposed to be here. I hate it here. I'm telling you, y'all got Alzheimer's because Shedeur Sanders was quarterback number 1, 2023, and the early part of 2024. I got receipts, guys. QB number 1. Everybody was saying it. QB number 1. Cam Ward snuck into Miami, lit it up, and he snuck right up to number 2. Later part of 2024. And then eventually became number 1 in the draft. Shedeur Sanders said something today in his interview when he said, I understand With my dad, it could be a blessing or it could be a curse. I'm not sure if I ever heard that family say anything like that before. But Shedeur said it today, which is progress. It's something that people have known for so long. He said that with my dad, with my family's name, the name that has given me everything that I have today, it has come to the point where we understand that it's a blessing and it could be a curse. So I told my dad to just chill. Let me go ahead, let me work. Because for some odd reason, these people don't understand that it's not my dad. My dad is not the reason why I'm here. They don't understand. Everybody's brain is mush mush. Chakla, chakla. All my Liberians, everybody brings that chakla, chakla. What's wrong with y'all? I don't know how to put it in American English no more. Y'all bring that chakla, man. What we doing? He said, let me cook. Don't worry. You don't worry. I got you. You know what we do. You know what we've been doing. All the way from high school. 3 freaking state championships. 2 conference championships. 4-8. 9-4. Tied for first in the Big 12 second year. What are we talking about, man? Everywhere he went, he lit it up. Made it into a winning program. Everywhere he went. What y'all talking about? That quarterback is not the quarterback that you talk poorly about. That's the dude that if he was white and he ain't taking no snaps, does Arch Manning come to mind? How you crowning somebody that only taking a few snaps? How you crowning them, but there's a young black man standing right in front of your face with all of these accolades and the ability, and he's been showing you the entire time, but yeah, you want to crown somebody that hasn't played the game yet. Y'all move from that, man. Stop playing with me, son. Oh, Arch Manning. Arch Manning. We want to feel for Arch Manning. What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all joining the chorus and you're joining the people that's messing up your brain to let you know that, bro. Oh, the Manning family. Black people have to prove a whole lot more than white people. White people can be regular. They can be just a little bit above average, and y'all will eat them. Y'all will eat up everything they got. Oh my gosh, Arch Manning, because the Manning family. Oh my God, the Manning family. The dude has not taken that many snaps yet. Let's let the guy play. Shedeur Sanders gave you everything that you need to see, and yet, the worst team in the NFL, he's not good enough for some of y'all. Because you witnessed a draft slide. So for some of y'all, it had to be true. It had to be true. Y'all, if you don't go get checked up, if you don't go to the hospital, the mental ward, and ask for the strongest thing they got, I'm serious. I don't need no more examples. I don't need none of y'all examples. No, every quarterback that's good doesn't make it. No, everybody doesn't translate. But Shedeur Sanders is not that. He's good and he's translating. We can take the college stuff and set it aside. And put this in front of you. We got information now from the NFL. This is in front of you. And it's not just his stuff because they're in shorts. It's the other quarterback stuff too. The same situation. Well, Dylan Gabriel, he's taking, it's a little different. He's getting first team reps and, the competition is a little different. Get the first team reps to Shedeur. We've been praying. We've been asking for y'all. Give it a Shedeur. You don't want to do that. I'm trying to tell you. You don't want to make the mistakes by doing that, because this thing would have been over a whole lot earlier if you messed around and gave the first team reps to Shedeur. Just give him 2 to maybe 4, those 3 reps that he told his dad he was getting, or those 4 reps. If you would have given 4 reps to Shedeur, the fan base would have shut this crap down a long time ago. The players themselves would have shut this down a long time ago. When that ball just start getting in their hands right on time, they're running. As soon as they turn their head, the ball is there. Yeah, that's Shedeur. It's called accuracy. Dillon Gabriel couldn't buy accuracy if he spent his entire 3rd round check. What y'all talking about, man? Y'all gonna get me on here, get me out of character? Y'all got me on here tonight. This is my 2nd live today. I'm losing my voice. I didn't want to come on here and spaz, but I had to. I gave y'all the report already that his hamstring, but I don't think. Do y'all know that they didn't even give him the first team reps since Dillon wasn't there? They probably didn't. They probably just gave it to Flacco, and then when Flacco got tired, they said, "Let's go home." That's what I think they'll do. Or they'll find some other quarterback. They will go and get a 10-day contract from another quarterback and give him those team reps. Y'all think we fine with that? Keep doing y'all, because Shedeur's gonna keep doing him. Y'all already messed up by putting him on that team. If y'all didn't want him, it would have been better for y'all to just say forget about it. He's gonna go undrafted. That would have been better for y'all. But the fact that y'all brought him in house and y'all were hoping that he failed, y'all writing all kinds of nonsense. Y'all thought that was him. Oh, he can't process. Let's try to see if we can get to him mentally through the media. Let's say he's slow. Let's say that he don't know anything. And then let the people start buying into that. Oh, yeah, he's slow. Yeah, because, his dad, he never had a competition. He's playing daddy ball. So, I don't know. Deion never prepared him. Deion couldn't do anything. Deion was a DB. Deion, he's not a quarterback coach. That's all, folks. Like, everything. Y'all believe in everything. Deion never prepared him. It was daddy ball. He didn't play he never seen an NFL play before. Pat Sherman never coached in the NFL. He never read an NFL playbook. So that playbook, they put him in an interview and he didn't know how to read the plays. He didn't know how to call the defense. And Jackson Dart, Jackson Dart is so smart. Oh my gosh, look how smart Jackson Dart is. Wow, Shedeur's stupid. Oh my goodness. Shedeur's dumb. They were right. The whole media was right. They were right. What's happening now? What did I tell y'all in my Liberian language? Hashtag put the Peking on the feed, my man. We don't play football through the media. Dan Lanning told y'all that. Football ain't going to be played through clicks and baits. Dan Lanning told y'all that in Oregon. It's played on the field. We're going to put this here on the field. So put him on the field. You scared to put him on the field because this would have been way over. We would have shut this mother down a long time ago. You're not putting Shedeur with his accurate arm in front of the first teamers and he's smoking your first team defense. He's getting the ball to the receivers, making them shine. And then the receivers are like, yeah, this is what we need right here. And the defense is like, oh, shoot, we can win with this guy right here. So what are you going to do? You're going to now put him back? You're going to school him back? Where? We would have burned this mother down. Are you kidding me? Where? That's what you're afraid of. Put him on the field. We don't care about nothing else. You play with me, son. Oh, y'all don't know football. Y'all just glazing. Y'all just Shedeur fans. And why y'all doing this and why y'all doing too much? This is the process. Trusting the process. Oh my gosh, why y'all doing too much? He's a 5th rounder. And he's all the 5th rounders. This is how to treat all the 5th rounders. And you know what I'm saying? How he's supposed to get snaps over the 3rd rounder. Because the 3rd rounder sucks. He trash. The 3rd rounder is the trash. He's trash. Your third round Dillon Gabriel is trash. I said it. Trash. We wasting too much time for that trash. He trash. Stop wasting our time. Put the man on the field. Let's play some football, man. We ready to cheer. We ready to wear our number 12s. Let's go play some football, man. Let's prepare the right person and stop playing games. Dillon Gabriel's trash, son. He's trash. Get that trash up out of here. Why are we playing around? Why are we playing games with this trash? He's supposed to be elite. Oh, his brain, he's more like the white people. White people got this brain, like, black people, we just DEI. So, yeah, I mean, Dillon Gabriel is like, he's closer to the white people, even though he got some color in him. He's closer to white people. His processing is great. Oh, my goodness. Like, if you put him out there, he's going to be the one that started day number 1. That's why he was third string. That's why he was recruited, or he was drafted number 3. You tried to sell it in the media, and you sold us a bunch of crap that nobody ate. You thought you were going to win it in the media. Didn't work. Nope. You tried it. Oh, you tried it. You tried it. You saw, oh my gosh. You took all your minions, your headliners that started coming out trying to disparage this young man named Deion Sanders' son, Shedeur, right? Who's in the Bible, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur. You can go check him out. I did a video on that where you can find him in the Bible. The name Shedeur. He was one of the leaders in the Israelites. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Bibles and machetes. That's what we got. We slicing people up in here. And we ain't got time for this no more. Because all we're supposed to be doing is getting ready for the season. You're just delaying the process, bro. You're delaying the process. You're in our way. You're in our way. You're casualty of war. All right? We're not here to cheer on Dillon Gabriel. We're here to let you know that Shedeur Sanders is the QB1 for the Browns. He should not even be with the Browns, but let bygones be freaking gones, and let's get playing football. This NFL thing is easier. It's easier. It's not like college. It's much easier. And those Louis boys, them Louis boys, I keep telling y'all, them Louis boys is going to take over the NFL. Watching 2025. All you're going to be hearing is about them Louis boys. Travis, LeJounte Wester, Jimmy Horn, Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh. Them Louis boys is going to be cooking. Xavier Weaver. Bruh. Y'all don't know, man. Y'all, Surf said, easy, Harry. They try to sell us that story. They try to win it in the media. They thought Shedeur was some weak-minded person that was going to take the bait and start messing up. But guess what? It's flipped all around. Guess who's taking the bait? It's Dillon Gabriel. You think he's not doing well on the field because he forgot how to play football? No, the pressure is getting at him. Somebody's getting in his ear. He's watching YouTube when he should not even be holding a phone in his hand, let alone when he gets bored, he does just like everybody else. Dillon sucks. He's scrolling, and all he's seeing is Dillon sucks. Dillon sucks. He trash. That boy sucks. He sucks. Anybody seeing that forever, it's gonna mess with their mental. He's too short. He's a dwarf, right? You seeing all of that is gonna mess with your play. Now he's missing. Oh. Don't play with me, bro. I comes with receipts. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Mary Kay Cabot was saying, "Oh my gosh, you know he played for so many times." That sounds like the Kevin Hart. You doing it? Oh my gosh, all of those OCs that he plays for, he's gonna be so much better. Oh my gosh, that's another overthrow. What is this overthrow we're doing? What is this? This is just part one. This is through 9 practices, right? This is your guy. This is supposed to be Shador's competition. Like, if you don't stop playing with me, man, and let's stop wasting time. Because he went to Oregon doesn't mean nothing. It means nothing. This is supposed to be your starter. This is supposed to be your starter now. Look how big these dudes are. Look how 77, 93, 92. Sack right there. That's a sack. That's a sack. He can't see over these guys. That's part one. I got part two. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got y'all. I got y'all. I got part two coming. Part two's coming. I got y'all. We got to stop playing games, man. Like, I don't know what it is when it comes to like black people that, you know, when white people are in the room, we feel like, oh my gosh, you know, their stats and everything is better than the black person. I don't know what that syndrome is, and what do y'all call that? Y'all trying to crown Arch Manning over Shador Sanders and stuff like that. Y'all even calling his name in conjunction with Shador is a disrespect. I'm going to say that again. Y'all calling Arch Manning's name in conjunction with Shador is disrespectful. Y'all got to stop being disrespectful. Y'all got to stop being disrespectful. Arch Manning can't tie Shador Sanders' shoes. I'm going to say it again for the people that's all the way in the back of the room. Arch Manning cannot tie Shador Sanders' shoes. I'm going to slow walk you for you. Arch Manning, yes, the Manning kid can't tie Shador's shoes. He need a few more snaps for that to happen. I don't care who his daddy is. I don't care who his grandpa is. I don't care who his uncles are. You need to sit down because you ain't there yet. He ain't done nothing. And I don't care how strong his arm is. He cannot tie Shador Sanders' shoes. And if that pisses you off because you think he can, then you need to get your head checked, get examined. Because he ain't got enough snaps to even be mentioned in the same category as Shador Sanders. I know it's pissing you off. I know it's making you feel some kind of way. I know you know football. I know. Can't even tie his shoes, bruh. He gonna need a whole lot more snaps to do that. You heard what I'm saying? Oh, he gonna need a whole lot more W's to do that. Woo, whoo, whoo. And I don't think he got the real estate. He ain't even got the time to do that. Don't. Not at all. Okay? Not at all. Stop the narratives, bruh. Stop all the nonsense. We should not be having these conversations. Y'all need to stop. I'm just asking y'all to stop. Stop thinking that you have a monopoly over football conversations because you hate Deion Sanders. I want to remind you that Deion Sanders was one of the greatest players to ever play the game that we're even talking about. When you're talking about Arch Manning, the thing that gives you that what you want to talk about is the family gene. I'm about to slow walk this for some of y'all to see where your black hate is coming from, because I don't think you can see it without me describing it. It's going to take this African man to describe it, where your black hate is coming from. Arch Manning hasn't taken enough snaps for him to be in a conversation with too many quarterbacks that are already out here. However, because of the gene, his uncles, his two uncles, Eli and Peyton Manning, they lit up the NFL. Their dad also played. So anything that comes out of that gene is just like Saban. The coaches that he has put out here, right? At Georgia, Michigan State, played pretty much everywhere, right? Oregon. His gene, that means his lineage, the people that comes under their tutelage, you can almost certify. That's what you're doing. Why is this so hard for you to certify Shedeur Sanders when his dad was one of the greatest to ever do it? That means he's coming from good gene, NFL gene. When football players sit down to talk about football, the conversation can't get started without you saying Deion Sanders right away. That's his dad. That's the gene that we're talking about. It is so hard for you to take this. It's so hard for your blood because you hate us. You hate me. You don't hate me. You just hate the fact that I talk about it so much. And there's no way you can bring yourself to agree with me. Then that'll just mess up your religion. It'll mess up the Bible in your head. It'll mess up the way you think. It'll mess up your fiber for you to agree. Oh, yeah, Shedeur is like that. But he comes from that gene. You know, one of the greatest to ever do it. Like he had a son. And his son plays a different position. And his son is really good at it. Oh, but it's hard for you to give it to him. Whoo. So think about it. While you're trying to crown the white boy, who I like, I can't even do what you do. All of y'all are on Arch. And I could play that same role that y'all are playing and take the opposite position. Like, why is everybody on Arch? All of y'all are on Arch. You know what? I'm going to take the opposite position and trash him. I think he's trash. He ain't no good. Da-da-da-da-da. No. I'm going to join y'all and say, I like Son. I'm like, bro, when Son finally gets the starting position, I think he's going to be okay. He's going to do very well. But for y'all to be doing this thing where the Cleveland Browns are trying to, hold out for Arch Manning when they got Shedeur Sanders right in the building, is disrespectful for you to mention Arch Manning's name with Shedeur Sanders' name at the same time. It's disrespectful. Put some respect on the young God's name. Put some respect on him. That's what you need to do. Put some respect on the young king's name. I love my Brooklyn dude. What up, God? Every time my Brooklyn dude see me, hey, yo, what up, God? Yo, Harry, what up, God? I'm a lowercase God, but please don't leave me alone. That God stuff is weird. It's weird, okay? I know the Bible says we're gods, but come on now. Like, don't do that. I'm African, so the way we look at God is different from the way you look at God. And what up, God? Like, what up, God? You know what I'm saying? Put some respect on the young God's name. This is hurting a lot of y'all out there. I don't know what it's going to take for y'all to just let it down. Like, I like Arch Manning. I'm never going to be like y'all, ever. Because I can go to sleep at night and I can rest, and I know I'm resolute. I know I'm good. I can spot talent. I know talent. I know sports talent. It could be any sport. I know talent. You can't tell now, but yes, this is a former athlete that didn't have the right mind frame. Because I'm coming from Africa with raw athleticism. I didn't know your system, so it didn't happen for me. If I knew your system, though, it'll be a different. I will be one of those OGs you're gonna have to mention. But I digress. This ain't about me. This is about the OG that we're talking about now. His dad is Deion Sanders, one of the best to ever do it, and you would not respect that. But you will respect the white kid. You will respect the white kid who ain't done nothing yet. Just think about it for a second. Just think about it for a second. Deion Sanders, his son, Shedeur Sanders, he's really good at playing the quarterback position. The kid won 3 state championships. He went to he said, oh, he ain't swag? Okay. 2 conference championships? What else does this young man have to do for y'all to just be like, all right, fine. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Shedeur is going to play, whether it's with the Cleveland Browns. You know, our confidence is not with the Cleveland Browns. He's going to play with the Cleveland Browns. No matter what he does, you're not going to accept it. The preseason, if he does well, it could be Dylan Gabriel's night. Who knows? Right? Shedeur can go out there and, he has a decent, not so great night. That could happen. I'm actually thinking like, man, another thing can happen where Shedeur can go out there and, it may not work out totally. That's a possibility. Now, if he works out, he goes out there, he does exactly what he's been doing in all of these practices, the OTAs and the mini camps. He can go out there and put those numbers up. And for y'all, it's only going to be a preseason game. It's not going to ever be enough. It ain't never going to be enough for y'all. So I'll just tell y'all this. I don't care anymore. I don't care what y'all think. I really don't. I don't care what y'all think. Not at all. Because we are enjoying this ride. Don't ruin the ride for me. Don't ruin the ride for me, bro. We're literally making history. And you're over here trying to ruin it. So stop ruining the ride for me. Don't ruin the movie for me, man. Stop trying to ruin the movie for me. You're one of those people where the movie is good, but oh my God, the camera, like, why did he use that camera? And while you're enjoying the movie, you're thoroughly enjoying this movie, but oh, here you come with your analysis. Oh, why did he drop in the draft? Oh, come on. Okay, it was part of it. He's lighting up practices. Oh, it's just practices. Who cares about practice? He goes and he does well in the preseason. It's just preseason. Ain't nobody trying to get hurt, so nobody's playing. Oh! Unfortunately, this is going to continue. But Shedeur can only handle what Shedeur can handle. That's it. He's going to keep proving it, and we're going to keep deflecting. Y'all throw a punch, we're going to throw a punch. I'm locked in. I got a studio. My studio lights can come on at any time as long as my bills are paid. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, like if you think you're about that life, then bring it. I'll put my lights on. I'll come on here and I'll chop you. I'll machete, chop you out, everything. Bring it. You can even come on my panel and try to debate me. Tell me what you got. I'll smoke you. I promise you, I will smoke you. This is not what you want. I'm so ready for this discussion. For any of y'all out there, any of y'all football people that just, I'm so ready for this. This is not what you want. I'm batting 98% on this channel. So bring it. 98%, bro. What I say happens here. 98%. I don't know what happened to the other 2%. I don't know what happened, but 98%, bro. Take that to the bank. Shador's going to play, and he's going to light it up. Where he's going to be at, I don't even know if it's what they're going to be with the Cleveland Browns. I have no idea. I don't even know. I don't know. But if it happens with the Cleveland Browns, I know where y'all going to be at. Moving that goalpost. That's what y'all going to be doing, is moving that goalpost. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to ignore you in the chat. Surfer Boys in the chat. Gerald D's in the chat. Money in the middle. Money in the middle. What up with you? Wild Dogs is in the chat. WHATG's in the chat. His next contract, 4 years, $450 million, $100 million signing bonus. He great, or he be forgotten he be forgotten to the highest bidder. I'm done, man. Dillon Gabriel, hamstring. Kenny Pickett, hamstring. Shedeur Sanders, arm soreness. Did practice today. Looks like he looks pretty good. The way he was slinging it looks pretty nice. You feel me? So now we got quarterbacks that are hurt, right? So now, whether they give Shedeur the reps or not, we don't care no more. We know that preseason is coming. The preseason game is coming on at 7 p.m. on Friday. All right, I'll be right here. We're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We can't show the game, but you'll be watching it where you at. I'll watch it where I'm at. You feel me? Waldo, you coming on at the end, bro. I'm about to get up out of here. I'll bring you on anyway. I'm gonna bring you on anyways, Waldo. You coming on the me ending the show. Put your microphone on, buddy. Put your mic on, man.
You know, I come in with etiquette. What's up, Harry B? Blessings, bandwagon buffs.
Yeah, man.
Greetings, bandwagon Browns. Hey, I had technical difficulties. You know, every time my Chromebook updates, it's like everything is brand new.
Oh Lord, you did an update today?
I had recordings Friday, so I think I did it after that.
Oh Lord,
I hadn't been on with anybody else, and like, you know, I get tired and I have to ice down, you know, rest, you know, take care of myself, so I kind of knew, I kind of had a feeling, but I had to like approve the mic, approve the camera, and did this and then that.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And so
did you hear anything about the reps today? Because I don't see. Usually I get my stuff off of Twitter for like the Browns practices. No, did you hear anything about what happened today since Dillon went down and he was limited?
No, I mean just some superficial stuff, but like the information that I get to look for is like the number of reps, or like how the reps are broken down. I know they're doing the tracker, and that's kind of overtaking everything. Whereas the tracker is showing, you know, the completions, but it's not really showing like where there's handoffs or other things like that. So traditionally, we just follow how many reps. And the number of reps you're getting is really, regardless of what we see, it's kind of telling us how the coaching staff has you kind of ranked or looking at you. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're earning more reps, then that means they're looking to see more from you. And look at, like Dylan's getting way more reps. Well, that's clearly showing you, right? And for some reason they're not counting, we're not getting anything on, handoffs or like under center, shotgun, and the number of reps. That's the stuff we're normally, used to seeing. So it's kind of weird. It's the Browns though, so nothing surprises me, dog. It's the Browns, So but my Steelers, normal. The Cowboys, normal stuff, But the Browns, So I really have to rely on footage. So there's a lot of people out there like raw footage, So a lot of the media are out there. So you try to grab the raw footage and then watch it all, and then count your own reps. Count it yourself. Most time, if I want it quicker, the raw footage comes quicker, and then you have to watch it and then get what you need from there.
So this what we're watching right here. This is his compilation, because I showed Dylan Gabriel's compilation earlier.
Yeah,
Dylan Gabriel, he has some pretty good throws in there, in his compilation. Shedeur has some, he has a lot of good throws. You know what I'm saying? Like Dylan had a few. Shedeur's, like, for the most part, he's been more consistent than a lot of people want to give him credit for. Ron Tate, I know you were coming on, so I'm gonna bring you and Wild Dog on.
Hey, Dylan Gabriel had a long run in college and was a Heisman finalist. So it's real. Our only issue is, Shedeur's not a fifth round pick. And if he is a fifth round pick, he's already busted your bubble because he's not performing like a fifth round pick.
Yeah, I'm done with that conversation.
So, no, I'm saying, but
for those of them that want to keep having that fifth round competition.
No, but I'm just saying, what I'm going with is that people's reputation and possibly even their jobs on the line. So that's where I'm shifting to. When it goes to Barry, when it goes to Stefanski, and then I was going to email you, but with me, I got you on now, so.
The technical stuff. Yeah.
I was looking into the new offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator is brand new for this year.
Okay.
Tommy Rees. So I'd like for you to look closer to Tommy Rees, right? Mm-hmm. Because really you got the position coach and it goes to the offensive coordinator. And then it goes up from there to Stefanski. So remember, everybody has their role, everybody has their job.
Ron Tate, you came on. What you want to say, man?
Hey, man, I piggybacking off of what Arnold said, I thought Stefanski was going to be the play caller this year. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But what I wanted to say, Harry, I'm telling you, I could not get my camera to focus close enough to see if I could see that vein in your forehead as you were cooking at night. But my goodness, great job, great comment. You will not, no one, DC will be the only one courageous enough to come on and challenge you a little bit just to keep the lights up. But no one else will come on seriously to challenge you on the credentials of Shedeur Sanders. And he continues, as you said, over and over and time again, he continues to prove the statistics are correct. I'm accurate. I'm above average accurate. I'm close to being exceptionally accurate. And even though everyone was, like you said earlier, was in the same situation, but yet his numbers are still in the 70% range.
Right.
So
what else he got to do? What else does he have to do?
He doesn't have to do anything. What they're going to do is just try to pick up the goalpost and move it back a little bit. By the beginning of the season, he'll be playing on a 150-yard football field. It'll move the goalpost back so far.
Hey, Harry B, he answered you today. Shedeur said it right out of his mouth. Remember, I said Only focus on what comes directly out of Shedeur Sanders' mouth. I told the fan base the other time, I was like, hey, ignore what comes out of these. I don't want to say that, but man, it's on the verge of snakes. It's on the verge of virus. People looking out for themselves and not living in the truth and being earnest. So out of his mouth, he told you that answer. He's got to stay healthy. He got to stay focused. That's it. There's nothing else for him to do, but just stay healthy and stay focused. Keep doing what he's been doing. That's it.
Right. I mean,
so there's nothing else for him to do. He's already, kept working out, had all the influence and talked to whoever he's never need to talk to, and relating to his teammates. He's doing everything, expressing his leadership qualities, and so there's nothing else for him to do but stay healthy. We know he's going to stay focused. That's all he got to do is stay healthy. And this whole soreness, he a football player. Just like you said, he a football player. Come on, dog. He played with a broken back. He's a football player. You going to send him out for arm soreness? Man, please. Man.
I think what he explained about the arm soreness, something about like hot and cold and stuff like that. So, I mean, for him to come back like right away like that, it was just something that he just wanted to, take precautions. That's all it was. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, somebody asked him in the press conference, are you going to get an MRI? He was like, bruh, come on, bruh. You're doing too much.
Exactly.
You obviously have a narrative. You're doing too much. Yeah. MRI? What are you talking about?
And then he has to play it cool, but I'm telling you, it wasn't his call. A lot of times something like that's not your call, right? You're a football player. You want to play.
So that's what Mary Kay was saying. She was like, for you to self-report that. I know I have my guy Tim talking about self-deported. I was dying laughing. After the show, I kept thinking about it. I was like, why did Tim just kept saying self-deporting? I said, maybe he was watching Trump like right before.
No, but contractually, I think they are required. Contractually, I think they are required to report things like that. Any injury.
And then Shedeur is like, every little thing you do report, because you got massage therapists and everything that can help, make sure it gets iced down properly, make sure it gets, stretched and rotated and massaged appropriately. So all these years up until now, I mean, he's been transparent in order to get the proper treatment, to take care of yourself so you can stay healthy. But somehow with the Browns, you're at the Browns, he might have to learn how to filter. He might have to learn how to filter. You got to learn what he's dealing with.
No, I mean, but keep in mind, like even though he self-reported and not Tim, he didn't self-deport. even though he self-reported that, it also speaks to the fact that he's confident in what he's already done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like because you get that day off. You want every single day, right? You get that day off, and you don't know if somebody's going to take a leap and they're going to forget all about you. So yeah. I think that's indicative of the fact that he's confident in the numbers that he's put up so far.
Because Ron Tate, if it was you, wouldn't you at least want to do handoffs or maybe do reduced reps? Or would you just want to sit out?
Well, like I said, it's a coach's decision. And you'll do some things you just won't throw. In normal situations, pee-wee, high school, college, you'll do something you just won't throw if it's that serious and you got some type of game or something coming up.
Yeah, he was over at the end of the end zone doing his pregame warm-up.
Right. So
it wasn't like he was debilitated or even he wasn't even grimacing. I was just looking at his face.
Right.
There wasn't one squint, one anything.
Well, seriously, he's doing the right thing. He's doing what he's.
Yeah.
Unless your arm falls off, you're gonna play through anything.
Because technically, I ain't made the team. I could get cut. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry. I'm filtering. I'm filtering what I'm saying. Because I'm on the field. This is all limited reps anyway. He's got limited reps anyway. Period. And then this is my shot. Not just the Browns to prove to the whole league, to the whole world, I'm ready. I'm ready. And then
as a quarterback, you have to understand that he did the right thing, because without your arm, without being able to throw, you're done.
Yeah. And then Harry B with the whole hamstring thing, it's two-part. It's really about conditioning. We know about proper warm-ups, proper cool-down, stretching, and all that stuff. But the muscle relies on two main minerals to function, right? To make your contraction, it relies on calcium, okay? And then to do the muscle release, it relies on magnesium. So this is like conditioning. Part of conditioning is nutrition. So something with, Pickett and Gabriel is off. Because this is 100% preventable.
What game on Saturday? Who's playing on Saturday?
Oh, I don't know. I know the Browns. It's Browns versus Panthers.
The Browns are playing on Friday.
Yeah, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, the Browns are playing on Friday. We can't show NFL games. I know some of the college stuff I was able to show. I can't show NFL games, but I'm definitely going live so we can do live commentary. But I can't show the game.
And then let the Buff Nation know the Browns are projected 4.5 wins this year, and the Panthers are projected 6.5 wins. So both teams have issues.
What happened here? This is the Buffs, right?
Go Buffs, baby! Oh, I get tickled. I get excited.
Wait, is that a Saquon Barkley?
I'm getting excited.
Did son just do a Saquon Barkley?
Oh my goodness, I'm getting excited.
Hey, Waldo. While we're over, somebody said, "Okay, I see you, Saquon." while we're sitting over here deflecting again for Shador,
I've been a Buffs fan for so long, baby.
The Buffs are quietly going to be making noise. I started doing my research and reading up on some things, and what I'm reading and what I'm seeing and trying to pick up is that the Buffs are supposed to be decent this year. Do you know they got 12 votes from the coaches poll?
Ooh wee. But is
from the coaches poll, 12 votes to be ranked.
Yeah, they got 12 votes from the coaches poll to be ranked.
Wow.
But the thing is, Harry B, with Falk actually landing, like he's arrived, he's there.
Mm-hmm.
It changes the dynamics of everything. And then, even though the rumors were Leftwich, but it's like, Leftwich is a friend to the program. They had already started changing things. You understand? And then when he actually landed, you know what I'm saying? He actually landed. And he's designated QB coach, not an analyst, not anything. He's a position coach.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you have to just start looking at things a little differently and evaluate. You know what I'm saying? You have to reevaluate, the team staff and how that's going to affect certain players and key roles. And where we suffered is at running back, and where we have the most concern is quarterback because Shador's gone, and then you've got a Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl. I believe it was OC.
And start that volume of that outcome is pretty.
Let's listen to this real quick. Then we can end on a high note. Hopefully for Dylan. I really want to look, man. If Dylan was doing good, man, I wouldn't have not a word to say. I would be like, "Yo, that's what's up," But anyways,
Dylan is in the thick of it, man. Now, again, like not many with fair perspective here. 3rd round picks come in, get first team reps early, and start. That volume of that outcome is pretty low. So we're judging Dylan on can he come in and start right away? Which I do understand why some people are like, he's very maxed out. He's older. He's got a ton of college reps. And if he was going to step in and not dominate, but be competent, it should be quick.
Right. Like if it was going to be clear, it would be clear.
Right. I would say I'm a little disappointed in that regard. Now, there have been good moments. There have been some nice.
They're always trying to massage it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can hear it in his voice. He wants to it's like the guy we showed earlier, like he really wanted to say. He said, "Jesus," like you really want to say good things about Dylan, but he ain't giving them a reason to. You listen to this guy's voice.
Harry B. It's what we call almost. What do you call it? You call it hopes and dreams, right? Who's living in hopes and dreams? It's like this is almost. Because if you have to do that, then it's not. And at best, it's almost, right? And I have another comment. I don't know if you want it now or later, but
yeah, hold it. I'm all I'm doing is just reading body language from all these dudes that's trying their best to kind of like give Dylan
round 3 pick is an almost. Real, above average, good, but not quite. First season because that's a round 3 pick.
Let's hear him out.
Nice, downfield throws here and there. I think the things that have caught me a little off guard is the pinpoint accuracy has not been where I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
He's being honest.
Really?
He's being honest.
Too many misses, too many miscommunications.
You don't want to listen to nobody else because y'all got all the answers, right?
Hey.
The pinpoint accuracy has not really been there.
That's why I said people don't listen to the Cleveland Browns official, reporters and news. Don't listen to them directly. Don't listen to any direct Cleveland Browns reporters. You got to go outside to podcasts like this, to really get unbiased, earnest, feedback.
I mean, and he's trying his best. He's trying not to be like us, who's going to say he's trash, right? Like, yeah, I mean, we're saying trash because we're fans of Shedeur. So if he's 54%, he trash. Let's keep going.
Too many. I thought he was going to be there. He was here. Type of reactions from him, and then. And, I knew the height would be a problem. It's something he's going to have to continue to navigate. It's hard. It's very hard to do. And I think that's somewhere I expected him to struggle, and that has come up. The thing I'm a little worried about is
the thing you're a little worried about, bro, you worried this whole talk you've been talking. I don't know what's good about this. What do you mean to think you're a little worried about?
He came from Oregon. He's not ready for the spotlight, highlights. Get out of here, man.
No. This guy just
he's ready for coming out of Oregon. You ain't ready for the heat. You ain't ready for the hype. You ain't ready for the hot light spotlights. Get out of here, dog.
Why don't listen?
No.
This dude just said three different things. He said 3 different things that were bad, but the ones that he's really worried about, he's about to tell us. Let me hear this.
Accuracy stuff. Like when you have an answer and when you find it, he has not been consistently delivering with it. The thing I'm a little worried about is the accuracy stuff. Like when you have an answer and when you find it, he has not been consistently delivering with accuracy.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. When y'all was writing your stories about how Shedeur, he can't process and everything, y'all were trying to make processing the end all be all.
But that's the old narrative with black quarterbacks anyway, or minority.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to paint
Minority
this picture out the gate like, oh, they're dumb. Black quarterbacks are stupid.
Yeah. No, maybe you just don't know how to relate. Because he doesn't look like you or talk like you, you can't relate. But that's an old narrative, Harry B. That goes all the way back.
Oh, I know.
200 years, dog. That narrative goes back 200 years.
I call them out all the time because you're telling me, oh, let me get them off the screen real quick.
Yeah, that's why we had to have our own league.
You're telling me that
because we weren't allowed to play.
You're telling me that his accuracy is what you're really worried about, but y'all came in blazing with how much he can process, and some of us are telling you like, oh, well, process is just a process that you got to go through to get your process to line up with the NFL process.
Because you're a rookie.
Exactly. I can repeat that too.
That's for every rookie has a process and an accolade, to the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Every rookie, but it just seemed like whatever Shedeur had to learn was so much more than everybody else had to learn. Like, oh my gosh, he's never going to come to the NFL and make it because, wow, he can't process. We get on the field now, he's processing. He's really getting his accuracy is already there. Hello, Jake and Josh. We told y'all this. Y'all should have listened to me. I said all you had to do was take one of those padded thingies that they use in to help these guys and say, all right, 1, 2, 3, and hit him. 1, 2, 3, and hit him. If the ball is not coming out, keep hitting him. Eventually, he's gonna be like, all right, let me get this ball. I'm tired of getting hit.
But Harry B, they can say that about every rookie ever. Off top of my head, except for 2. Doug Flutie and Warren Moon, because they came from the CFL already professionals. That's the only 2 rookies I can think of that didn't have that issue.
But no, it's not.
It's a really short curve.
And if it got to be that specific issue, every rookie has something to work on because they're coming from college and they develop some bad habits. The reason why you develop bad habits is because your college team is not going to be as professional as the NFL. There are going to be some leaks. There are going to be some holes where you're going to have to adapt your game. And while in the process of you adapting your game, those bad habits are going to creep up on you, and then they're going to start adding up. The NFL is going to pay attention to those bad habits. But when you come in, they're supposed to take those bad habits and get rid of them and say, look, you don't need to do that no more. Your left tackle is okay now. Your right guard is okay now. Okay? You're okay. You're fine now. So you don't have to do that no more. You can get rid of that bad habit. We're going to work. I thought it was regular stuff that the NFL talk was going to have, but now it's like, no, Shedeur, he is incapable of learning. He is totally incapable of learning. I don't want to go back to my earlier. I already had my monologue.
Yeah, no, but Harry B, it's like QB. It's like okay, new playbook, which is really about new terminology. Okay, new terminology, and then the speed of the game. That's it. The new terminology, which you cover thoroughly, and the speed of the game. It's not rocket science.
One thing it's going to be hard for you to get rid of is that inaccuracy. Inaccuracy is much harder to get rid of than somebody who thinks getting rid of the ball. Let's put that in a pun, right?
That's true. That's true.
And Ron Tate, all that stuff about patting the ball. Now there's video clips and like
everybody passes.
And
the whole quarterback. I already proved that. I already debunked all of that.
I saw a video where it hit an old black and white quarterbacks patting the ball all the way up to even this current training camp, and there of people patting the ball. It's a tuck check, you know. The ball, no fumble, tuck check. Fundamentally, tuck check, and then you have to do a tuck check. Then you make it part of your timing, rhythm. Get out of here. Even people that said, "Oh, this person doesn't do it." Guess what they got clips of? Clips of people that don't normally tuck check.
Bro, I got
the ball.
I got the clips of all the Browns quarterbacks patting the ball. So
exactly, that's all I'm saying. It's funny now.
So you know,
it's all this nuance and nonsense. It's all nonsense because you don't have, you got to have something. You don't have anything to say, so you're just fabricating things to say. Because you're reaching. And if you're having to reach, then just go sit down somewhere. Stay out of the conversation. Go have a seat.
Surfer Boy 3000 says, Harry, processing and reading defenses is not the same as being accurate, though. Yeah, I mean,
speed of the game.
I think you want to encompass the entire thing. I think you want to process. You start with reading what the defense is trying to do. You want to. Isn't that called your pre snap checks, right? Like this is your pre snap checks. You're looking at the defense. They're already in formation. It's not like they're going to be in a circle hiding what they're going to do, and then you say hike, and then they come out into their formation. The defense is in formation already. So you, as a pre snap check, you start seeing, oh, okay, that guy's over here. This looks like they're trying to do X, Y, and Z. So when you go through that pre-snap, processing, now you understand what the defense is trying to do. And the processing part just comes with, I know what this play is. I know where the play is going. And I know if it's not there, where I need to go. I know my check downs. That's the whole thing, right? And then once you go through that process, it takes 2.5 seconds in the NFL. That's it. 2.5 seconds, that ball got to come out. You got to make your decision because those linebackers are coming. 95 is coming, right? So you got 2.5 seconds to make sure you get that ball out. If your guy that you have pinpoint, if he's not open, either you're going to check it down or you got to make a decision with that ball. Throw it away, do something with it.
And
that's the whole thing. But people were trying to make it seem like Shedeur was inept. He was incapable of doing that. That's what the writings were about. With the first, as soon as we got to Cleveland, that's what they try to pin him with. They try to peg him with, he's stupid, he can't do that. I said it over here. They try to peg him like he was stupid. And I said, oh, I see what they're doing. If I can tell you how the process and the pre-reads, if I can tell you that and my football knowledge is limited, what do you think Shedeur can do?
Yeah.
Man, please.
But they said the same stuff about Doug Williams.
Yeah, that's the old adage.
They said the same thing about Warren Moon.
It's in the DNA. That's why Warren Moon went to the CFL. They didn't want him to play quarterback. They wanted him to play wide receiver or defensive back or something.
Yeah.
And then he went up there and set records that are probably still staying up there with the Edmonton Oilers, and then went to the Houston Oilers and set records there.
Yeah.
As far as passing. So who knows what records would be if they had allowed Warren Moon to come in to the NFL right out of college. It would be out. No one would be near it right now. No one would be near it.
Because Warren Moon made it to the Hall of Fame for very good reasons, and it was all based on his NFL career.
Yep.
So you 100% right on that, Ron Tate, and even Michael Vick, they wanted him to switch up, and he just said, "Oh well, he runs because he can't, he's not properly processing the defense." No,
Lamar Jackson. He was
taking what the defense would give him. Oh, you kind of want to have people locked down and see what's going on? I know where I'm going to run. He wasn't just flip-flop running around. He was a running back / quarterback. He knew exactly, oh, you do this, I'm going to take off in this gap that you done gave me.
Hey, somebody that most people are not talking about, and I've been having some offline conversations about, is Milroe. Milroe is going to be one sneaky dude that's going to come up in these ranks. Nope. I want to put this on tape, and I want people to hear this. Milroe is going to be one of those quarterbacks because he's a freak of a nature of a human being when it comes to like what he can do with that ball. Just watch Milroe. He reminds me of those running quarterbacks that once they figure out that one thing that they were lacking in college, the sky is going to just open up for them, and you're going to be like, oh shoot, we didn't even, you know what I'm saying?
That's where processing and reading the defense and that accuracy that his thing was processing and reading. That's what I believe, and that's when you take someone with that kind of talent, it just may take a little more time because he's serious about football. He's serious about football. So I think and Harry, I think your premonition of Milroe is right. It's spot on because he has all the talent. He just needs the experience and the work ethic at it, and he'll be fine.
And he got a chip on his shoulder to where he was drafted. He felt disrespected. That's what you want those guys to feel like. Those elite guys. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're disrespecting Shedeur. I feel like Milroe feel like he was disrespected. Yeah. They're gonna figure it out, and once they figure it out, it's a wrap. So y'all explain this for me. What is it? What is Surf saying on this one? Not true, Harry. They morph into other defense mid snap. They do that in college football. Bama and Georgia are notorious for doing that.
Yeah, and that's why BYU gave us a hard time at the bowl game because they would show one thing, but they would actually be running something else.
Well, in the NFL, you have you may have a 2 deep set out of that, and man to man on the outside. At the snap of the ball, it becomes 3 deep, and you got a linebacker blitzing, or you got 2 linebackers blitzing, and that's why you have to read the defense, because that 2.5 seconds, Harry, that's like the max.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on whether you're able to trick the offensive lineman, dupe the offensive coordinator, or trick the quarterback. And Peyton Manning was one that said that he would yell out a bunch of junk to both sides of the offense, and it would mean nothing. He was just giving himself time to process the defense and what they possibly could do or what they couldn't do out of that defensive formation at the snap of the ball. Most of the time, when he snapped the ball, he'd look at one person and he knew where he had to go just on what that one person did. He would understand the defense automatically, and that comes with experience.
Well, but are we saying that Shedeur is not capable of understanding?
No, not at all. Because when you these are the PhDs of defensive designing, and hiding what they want to do from you.
That's why the DCs that get paid high, that get the big bucks. That's why they get paid what they get paid, because they know how to show you one thing and then disguise it into something else. But a good quarterback is capable of being able to read that. That's what I mean by being able to read what the defense is giving you.
Because even newbies, they watch a football game, they'll show blitz, they'll show like full on blitz,
right?
And then back out of it at the last second,
right? And then wait till you hang that ball up so that'll be an interception. They know how to do that.
Or show full on blitz, and even I could tell, oh, that's fake. They just faking blitz,
right?
So
as you play in the game, as you get those reps in the preseason, you get more familiar with. That's what they talk about, the speed of the game.
Right.
How fast you're able to pick up the deception that the defensive coordinator tried to trick you with. That's where the speed of the game comes in.
And the film,
the X's and O's, all those guys know X's and O's. But when you're able to pick up the deception, that's when your ability, you begin to speed up and everything begins to slow down.
Yeah. And you watch enough football, you watch enough film on your opponent, you start profiling them, you understand. And then a lot of times it's like, who's my jester? Whatever. It's like you can read body language. Not everybody's good at that. They're telling you everything you need to know.
Wasn't there a report about how well Shedeur was doing that? Did we not get that from someone saying, like, he can read that he was able to pick up what the different changes that were coming at him?
A couple of sources, but I don't know if one just copied what somebody said. Yeah.
PFF, I believe, talked about.
That's what I'm saying. So that I guess, Surf, that's what I was saying. I'm not saying like, it's so vanilla that you know everything that's coming at you, but I think I'm just saying the processing is about that. The whole processing is being able to do your pre-snap reads, understand what you're seeing out there, be able to know that a change may come, but you see the package. And then, of course, we remember now, the first quarter, a DC may beat a quarterback in the first quarter, but then that second quarter, when he starts recognizing, oh, I know what he's trying to do now. Sometimes it may not even take a whole quarter. It could take a few snaps. And then he's like,
or you come out of the second half clocking. You know what I'm saying? You come out of the second half, it's like, hey, I like in a boxing match, right? You sit through the first round, then by the third round, you clearly start to see, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're like, oh, I've seen that. I know what they're about to do. Like, you'll be able to pick it up as you go along. You know what I'm saying? You'll get used to it.
At the worst, you come out of the half, okay, understanding what I'm seeing is what I'm seeing, and then you like, okay.
And then let me ask you another question. How many times can you disguise one play?
Yeah.
How many times can you change up a scheme, or like you got one play, how many times can you disguise that one play?
And then Surf is good. He's helping us get clarity, but then he's saying,
hold on. That's a question I want you to answer. I want you
Are
to
you talking-
answer how many times can a DC disguise one play?
Oh, the defense. The defense.
The DC, how many times can it take one play and change up the scheme on you so that they can disguise it and use it as a whole nother play? How many times do they usually do that?
Anywhere from 10 to 15, maybe even 20. They can disguise the same blitz out of maybe 10 or 15 different formations.
Yeah.
The same defensive backfield coverage out of 10 or different, well, maybe not a 10 or 15 out of that, because really you're limited. Blitzing, you use your defensive linemen. You can use your linebackers a little bit when you're trying to disguise coverage. But when you, like Peyton Manning would do, if he looked at one guy, if it's too deep, and he looks at one and like, you guys don't even play too deep. What are you trying to do?
Right.
And the guy's first step is to shoot up and to fill the middle as the two linebackers blitz. He's already know he's going to call a slant to that side, whichever one, he's got a slant call. And whichever one of those guys, shoots, whether it's the two deep, the one on the left or one on the right, that tells him where he needs to get the ball. 1, 2, 3, boom. And the ball's gone. So,
and some of those times we used to see Shedeur changing up the play because he was recognizing what the defense was trying to disguise. So he was changing up the plays to try to,
And so
in the NFL, you'll call a play and it may be the same thing on both sides, depending on if it's a pass play, but depending on what the defensive backfield does, will tell the quarterback where to go with the football.
And that's where film study comes in, Harry.
Mm-hmm.
So you got situational football, right? So under certain circumstances, they can try to hide and morph it, but what do they actually do in these circumstances, right? So you can kind of recognize, okay, under these circumstances, this is what the defense would normally do. You got that mindset coming in. There's not foreign to you because that's where film study comes in. And so when you get on the field, okay, they might get you here or there a bit, but then once you come out the field, that's why they use the pads now, so you can see it visually. A lot of times, especially if it's an overhead shot or whatever like that, to see what the defense, showed you, what they actually did.
Hey, Waldo, let's get this in though
with the film study. But the other comment I want to make was, like Surf said, they do it in college. Yes, they do it in college, and Shedeur has seen it in college. It's nothing new to him. He saw it heavily against BYU.
Waldo, remember earlier when I said we want to crown Arch Manning because of his gene, but who's one of the best defensive players in the history of the game of football? Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about reading,
pedigree matters.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Pedigree matters. It's undeniable.
The person that's bringing you up, we're talking about reading defenses, and we're talking about understanding what the offense, what the quarterback's trying to do, and what the defense is trying to do. He's been doing that from when he was a baby. His dad took over his training. I mean, his team, because he said he didn't like the way that they were being coached.
Yeah.
That's how he became a coach.
And we know that regardless, the children of coaches have the highest football IQ. Whatever sport it is, right? Baseball, softball, basketball, right? If nothing else, they have extremely high IQ. And how are you going to sit there and challenge Shedeur's football IQ? He's a coach's son.
But not just any coach.
And he comes from one of the smartest, most capable players of all time. One of the greatest.
Argue with that. That's what I'm saying.
One of the greatest athletes of all time, pro baseball player and pro football at the same time. What are we talking about here? And Deion Sanders wasn't a quarterback.
They will argue about the coaching stat that the data you just dropped about the coach's sons being high IQ. We can throw that out. Okay, let them keep that. Let them hold that and argue against that, and let's just say Deion Sanders.
Yeah, and Deion Sanders played QB. He was a victim of, oh, you're so athletic, we want you to focus on being DB. oh, when you're high of IQ, we need you at quarterback. So Deion Sanders would have been a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he fell victim to the whole narrative of minorities can't be good QBs. The best QBs are Caucasian people. So if it wasn't for
weird times,
if it wasn't for that old narrative, Deion Sanders would have been a Hall of Fame QB. So that's how you end up being a DB. But you got a quarterback mind playing cornerback. Oh, that's what we like. That's what we want to see. That's what's best suited for you. And then we ended up with the Hall of Fame career, with Deion Sanders. So like you said, let's just leave it at prime time. Let's leave it at Deion Sanders.
Yeah, let's just.
I don't think he liked the hit coming out of his mouth.
So people didn't know,
he wanted to be the hitter.
Deion was starting and he was highly state ranked in Florida as a QB. And he played QB and DB. And of course, that's how he was recruited. That's what he told him where he needed to go. Because he wasn't going to be able to, nobody was going to pick him to be a QB at the next level. So miss me with all that. What you don't know is everything. Okay? What you don't know is everything.
Waldo, let's get up out of here, man. My eyes are tired. I'm droopy. This is my second show. I'm not trying to do another 4-hour show. So let's get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all coming on. We're going to do another one. Hey, man, just set it up. We knock it down. That's just how we're going to keep doing it. I'm telling you. I ain't playing no games.
Hey, when you come back on, I try to catch you, man. Or email me, man, because, you be coming on out all over the place. I'm retired. I keep my ice packs ready. I'll
drop you the link. Anytime I go live, I'll drop you the link.
Yeah, please.
Yep, I'll drop you the link. I'll just drop the link so whoever, you want to come on, I'll just be like, look, if you can come on. I'll drop you the link and you can come on.
Because I'm in here, but I'm not normal, so it's like it took me forever to reset everything just to come on. It's like, goodness gracious, what? Dang.
Hey, Wild Dog, you sound as bad as me, man.
Exactly, Ron Tate. Your wellness is everything, and thank the Lord I'm still here, and this is therapy for me, with sports. So I greatly appreciate you, Harry B. I appreciate you, Ron Tate, and of course, blessings to the Bandwagon Buffs. Greetings to the Bandwagon Browns. Wild Dog, baby.
All right, guys. So I will see y'all next. If they come out with anything, just know that TLP will be right here, and we will open up these microphones and we'll talk about it. So you already know. You feel me? So all right, Ron. We'll see you, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Harry.
All right, man. Take care, man. All right, folks out there. Y'all, thanks for joining the live. I'll see y'all on the next one. God bless y'all. Have a good night. Peace.